pressure from Congress about the cost and safety of these roundups, the BLM has just asked the National Academy of Sciences to conduct a technical review of the program. Earlier this year, more than 100 horses died as a result of a roundup in Nevada. Activist Laura Leigh was there to document.
I caught a helicopter about 5 feet above an 8-month-old colt's head. Then I caught him dying in the holding facility because his feet were literally falling off.
During this roundup, the standoff between the wranglers and the activists, some with media credentials, was over access to the scene.
We're all the way up on a hillside because they're making a mockery of public access because they don't like the photographs that I put out there.
Access can be a difficult issue. We have to have people far enough from the gather site, from the trap, to keep them safe, and we also need to keep them at a distance where the gather won't be disrupted. But we want to make sure that we get credentialed news media members down onto that site as close as we can possibly get them without jeopardizing safety.
Roundup opponents use dramatic images of low-flying helicopters and injured horses to sway public opinion. Today, the horse wranglers want to make sure that there is nothing to see.
If something happens, we're going to correct it quickly, just like we talked about. If it's a broken leg, we're going to put it down.
Okay.
We're going to slide it on the trailer, same thing, we're going to go to town with it.
Okay.
We're not going to give them that one shot they want.
Okay. All right. You got it.
After the roundup, a small number of horses will be returned to the wild. Some are put up for adoption, but most are sent to ranches in Oklahoma and Kansas.
We have this image of wild horses. It's the image of freedom. You know, we built the West on these horses' backs.
Well, there's no such thing as a wild free-roaming horse. A wild horse lives in a fence-controlled system, and they have to be managed. Without management, you just got death. That's all you got.
There are now more than 34,000 horses and burros living at BLM corrals and pastures, almost as many as there are wild on the range, at a cost to taxpayers of over $27 million a year. And that cost alone could be what forces a change to this system.
So that was Dave Cattoor. He's made, $20 million taxpayer money rounding up our wild, supposedly protected horses and burros, claiming there is no such thing as a wild horse. They have to be managed. Well, he has to manage them to make his money. Otherwise, there's just death. Yeah, manipulation. He's a crook, federally indicted crook, and a liar. It's all done for livestock and oil and gas. Don't believe anything they say.